Hello guys, welcome to today's episode of Fab Exclusive. I am your host, Natasha Brown. On today's episode, we'll be meeting with an amazing personality. She is a mompreneur, content creator, storyteller, and much more. Stay tuned, you don't want to go nowhere. Welcome back. So with me, like I said earlier, is this amazing individual right here next to me. I call her sensational because her videos give me life. Our very own Veronica's daughter. Welcome and said, Ma, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
It's such a delight having you here. Absolutely. So Veronica's daughter, is that the name? Where does that name come from?
It's very simple. Veronica, my mother, daughter, me. My name is actually Ella. I'm Ella Izadleje. So my business name is Veronica's daughter.
You know, I actually thought it was like, you just thought up sometime, you were like, okay, Veronica's daughter, that's catchy.
Is the name so special? No, it's not.
It sounded quite
No. But that's my mother's name.
Absolutely.
So if her name were Equitos, I would have been Equitos' daughter.
Equitos' daughter. Okay, so down to the very it about you, you're a storyteller. Please, how did you come about that? Have you always been a storyteller right from as a child, or?
Okay, right from when I was very young, as little as 7 years old, I remember picking up a book, and since then I've been an avid reader. By the time I was like 13 years old, I've read over 700 to 800 books. And when you read so many stories, you have so many words jumbling in your head. So you don't have any problem expressing yourself, telling a story, describing a product, describing a phenomena. Explaining things comes very, very easily to you. So that's just the simplest way I can explain this.
Absolutely, because I know, even though, it's 800 books at the age of 13. That means you started reading quite early.
7. Yeah.
Impressive.
By the time I was 9 years old, I was done with almost all of James Hadley Chase's books.
Okay, that.
Make of that what you will. Make of it what you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so now down to it, you're a Port Harcourt influencer. Absolutely.
Yes, I
Over
am.
60,000 and more followers on Instagram. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are.
Really?
Oh,
you didn't
yes.
see that coming?
No, I didn't. I just came on social media. First of all, I was on Facebook. And on Facebook, I was just telling stories of my childhood, talking about my mother. And the funniest thing is, I actually thought that those her shenanigans were just special to her. But as I wrote my stories and people began responding, I realized, we are all Veronica's children. There was a WhatsApp group, and all Nigerian mothers were doing exactly the same. So it looked as if I was bringing back a piece of their childhood. I told stories about my mother, my father, my childhood, all the tricks, growing up. And it caught like wildfire. So from Facebook, where I have over 40,000 followers, I moved on to Instagram. And the same thing. I just replicated what I did on Facebook, and here I am today.
Absolutely. I think that story is so amazing because I know that there are a lot of people who started still and they were not able to grow this fast. How many years did it take you to get to this point?
Okay, I was on Instagram. I started on Instagram like maybe 2015, 16, when every other person started. But I never did anything with it. I just opened an Instagram account and left it to live follow. I was more of a Facebook kind of girl. I felt Instagram was too pretentious for someone like me. I'm very down to earth. And when I come on Instagram, they look like aliens to me. I don't imagine people being so perfect all the time. But when I came, I decided by August, September of 2018, I decided to take Instagram very seriously. I gave myself a target. I said from September till December, if I don't make a go of it on Instagram, it means Instagram is not for me. But I must do it on my own terms. There will be no bum shaking. There will be no makeup. There will be no flying hair. I'm a low-cut kind of girl, and I just wanted to be myself. Little did I know that every other person was also tired of all the perfect life being exhibited on Instagram. So I came as the normal, crazy, imperfect person that I am, showing them that you could fail and still be cool. Showing that, hey, life is not all peaches and roses. We have issues. But having issues doesn't need to define you. You can still come out of it. You don't need to, go down with it. And everybody seemed to agree.
I love how that's one of the things that endears me to your page. I love how you're so authentic, so original. No airs. You just come up in the morning, put your phone there, and you just say what you want to say.
The truth is this: it's hard work trying to be somebody else. It is too hard. When you wake up in the morning, you have to choose to be this character. Before you could make a video, you have to make sure your face is on fleek. You have to make sure your outfit is beautiful. You have to make sure. Why not everybody remove their clothes to bathe? Yes, everybody does that. There is no celebrity I know who bathes with their clothes on. So when you come to it, we are all humans. And nobody is perfect all the time.
Absolutely
Nobody.
not.
Nobody. So I'm trying to show that as a wife, as a mother, as a woman, especially when you live in Nigeria, as in, things can happen. There is no pressure. Just come out, do your best. If it works, glory to God. It doesn't, try again. It's as simple as that. So I don't have the strength to pretend to be something or a person I am not.
Absolutely.
It's not working.
I think that is a very amazing angle to come from, because a lot of the time, even right now, you know how a lot of young people are facing the whole mental health issues thing because of what we see on Instagram.
Yes.
You go on Instagram, somebody just bought a car today, somebody just bought a house today, somebody wakes up, their face is all symmetrical, nice eyebrow.
Hashtag I woke up like this.
I woke up
Nobody
like
wakes up like that. Except you didn't sleep from yesterday's makeup. Nobody wakes up like that. Nobody wakes up like that. And young people, and another reason why I felt I needed to tell these stories, young people needed to see what normal looks like. Nowadays, normal is relative. What we used to think as normal, now it's becoming abnormal.
Absolutely.
We flipped the script. What we used to think of as being abnormal is now the new normal. So I wanted to give them something else. Every other person is trying to push their craziness all over the place. So if we, the normal ones, keep quiet, this becomes the narrative. So we needed to give them something. You can't just believe that everybody is like this. No, that's not normal. This is not normal. People are buying cars. The same Instagram, Facebook, we still come back and breakfast is being served. People are saying, oh, he borrowed this car to pretend. So I'm glad you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Before now, women would come on Instagram to say, oh, my husband bought me this. He bought me this. He bought me a phone and a car, the same color. This, that. The same you will come back tomorrow to tell us, I am sorry. I was pretending. I bought it and pretended he bought it. He don't mind him. He doesn't have a penny. So you needed to learn that not everything you see on social media is real. It's a contrived life. It's like a moment in time, just like a picture. You can't just judge a person by one picture. Why? A picture is just 1 second. You don't know what happened before that picture. You sure don't know what happened after that picture. So that's what social media life is. It's fake. It's fake.
Absolutely. Okay, so you have a baby clothing outlet. Adorable.
Yes. I run a baby shop.
So I see you talk about it on your stories, and I've also visited the page. It is filled with a lot of nice things.
Yes, it is. It's still a work in progress. Anyways, that's my main hustle.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the social media thing is my side hustle. I call it my side hustle because one day something can happen and social media will cease to be. That's the truth. But your physical shop will always be there as long as you want it. So I run a baby shop, Adorable Jewels, and because I love babies, and as a mother, it's not difficult for me to know what mothers need, new mothers, babies, food, everything from pregnancy and beyond, at least till 10 years. That's my main hustle.
You have beautiful kids, I must say. So lovely to watch and, their videos and all of that. But we'll be right back following this amazing discussion. Don't go nowhere.
My name is Caroline Alfred, and I am your host.
I don't love nagging men.
I think if Ed Sheeran is not at my wedding, I may leave the wedding.
So if I'm meeting somebody, I would like that person to...
Every lady out there would like a level-headed man.
What does love mean to you? Spinsters and bachelors get to meet themselves on a blind date, get to know each other better, and get into relationships that would culminate into marriage eventually.
Welcome back. So remember, you can follow this discussion with our lovely guest here, Veronica's daughter, on all our social media platforms using @TAFTV_NG. Now, right to what we were about, getting into. Your adorable babies, they're so beautiful.
If you say so, thank you.
I mean, they take after your gene. They look like you so much.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, the two that you always post, the
You
cute
mean
boy,
the last born and the final born?
and the final.
Yeah. The boy
Yes.
is the former last born. He
Okay.
refuses to abdicate the title. So he says he's still last born rather.
Okay.
So I had to give the little one
Final
the final,
born.
like she's the final, the end of discussion. This is the last. After last, we could have a reproduction. That's the reproduction, and that's the end. I have 4.
Yes.
I have the first one, Ebube. He's 11. You rarely see him because I gave birth to a man. Others were giving birth to boys. I had a
gave
man.
birth.
Yes. The kind of child that you get, and he's matured right from maybe like 1. So he doesn't roll with us like that. He's like,
What's going on here?
Mommy, you're too much. So he's very calm. He's very mature for his age. And because he's big, he sees us as children. I'm sure maybe he sees me as, maybe I should have been this woman's father. Yes. So the girl, she's 10. She's very cheery. She's like a replica of me, not physically, mentally. And, in her behaviors, her antics. And
A lover of books too?
yeah, I'll pretend she loves books. I try. But mine, it came so naturally. Nobody egged me on. Now I am egging them on. They're taking it as punishment. But I'm a member of the Nigerian Mothers WhatsApp group, and they must love books. That's what
They
we're on.
must love
yeah,
books.
we're on it now. They must love books.
Okay, so as a mompreneur, how are you able to manage family and business?
My sister, I won't lie. It's not an easy thing to do. But I think the most important thing is when you're getting married, one of the important things to look out for, leave money. This person who is going to support me, I tell you, no married woman can do this without support. It's difficult, right down impossible. Who's going to look after the kids while you're busy mompreneuring? Somebody has to take up the slack. And it's not, don't tell me that it's my sister or no. Somebody has to take the kids to school. Somebody has to be in the car when you're not around. Like I go to Lagos to buy goods, my husband has to step up and take care of the kids. Taking care doesn't always mean bathing and feeding them. There are other things. He does homework. He does the school run, going and coming back. Just basically holds down the forte. And I am very, very blessed because he's very, very hands-on. He's a very hands-on dad. He's involved in almost everything. In fact, sometimes I'm like, could you be a little less involved? But truly, he is very involved. And it has helped me in no mean way. I can travel for anything that concerns my business. I go to school too. I'm a student. So I can't do all these things except I have someone who supports and picks up the slack. And if you have good help at home, help in the sense that my sister lives with me mostly. I say mostly because she can wake up and travel.
Okay.
Then I have a girl I live with. I brought her from Kaduna State, and she has been like a lifesaver. She helps me take care of the kids. When I'm not available, she makes sure they're fed, well bathed, they've done homework, and it makes it easier for me. And as a new mom, imagine the sleepless nights, the fevers and all that. I'm still here, sitting and chilling.
Looking fantastic too.
Thank you. But I think it's help, good help, and a great support system. That's what makes this feasible.
You're blessed indeed, because I
Yes,
know
I
that, you know, we are in the month of Happy International Women's and everything, so we are
Yes.
all celebrating. And on Twitter, you would see a lot of women complain, "Oh, I don't have the support that I need. I don't have the help that I need," and all that.
Most
So
of them
indeed,
didn't have
you
the
are
foresight
blessed.
when they were choosing husband.
Okay, so I'll just leave that topic for now.
It's the truth. What do we, the married ones are trying to give the single ones a heads up. The single ones are not listening because we're attracted by flash. You want flash. You want a guy
We want
that
it
looks
now.
great on your arm. When you guys are walking into an event, they're like, "Oh my God, couple goals. Oh God, when?" That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But that guy, that girl, can she hold up when the going gets tough? Will he wake up in the night and keep the baby company when you're not around? What if you have a special needs baby? Will that person hold up? What if he or she loses the job? Will this person hold up? Most of us don't think about those things because it's not our portion. We don't know what life is going to throw. So when we're making choices, we always think of Ashebi, we think of wedding color, we think of how he's going to look beautiful and wonderful in his suit. All those things will not matter when the going gets tough. We're thinking of the wedding, never of the marriage itself.
Very interesting point there. I hope that we're learning, listening, and we will take it into under advisement. So down to the one important thing, being a social media influencer based here in Port Harcourt. There's this rhetoric, there's this thinking that for you to make it as a social media influencer big time and get well paid, you have to be based in Lagos. Right? And then I've heard quite a few upcomer influencers, really quite lament about Port Harcourt people, and their reception towards leveraging off of social media influencers. So I'd like to ask, how has it been for you being an influencer here?
First of all, I am what I call an accidental influencer. I didn't set out to be an influencer. I'd never even knew what the word was. I never knew. People started telling me. They told me I was an influencer. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it. I was just growing an audience without actually meaning to. I'm just telling my stories. I love people enjoying them. I love them dropping comments. I didn't know that maybe these guys following me, tomorrow I would have to leverage on my community to sell stuff. No. So my focus was never on the selling or influencing. But as time went on, and people who were reading from me understood the kind of person I was, they started looking to me for recommendations. Ella, please, I need so-and-so thing. Who's your plug, or who can you recommend? Because they believe that if I say I use this product and it was good, it means it's good. I would never say I did when I didn't. I would never see a scam page and promote the person on my page and get people defrauded. So they've come to trust me. And for me, that integrity is more than gold. Today, someone comes up to me and says, I love your community. I want to advertise because I know the kind of people you're gathering. And my customers are in your comment section. I check you out. And I do the advert. And a lot of times, it converts. Because they trust my judgment. Of course, a few times I've had issues. But they were unintentional. And I will tell them, guys, see what I thought. See. And this is what happened. And that is it. For me, social media has helped Port Harcourt vendors. When I came online, Port Harcourt women weren't very, very business savvy. They weren't very much on the online scene. They were going to Lagos to make all their purchases or going abroad. But with the fairs, we started organizing. We do the fairs thing. We do meet and greet. We do lots of business or entrepreneurial programs. And women began to come together. Now, the Port Harcourt community is one of the strongest online. Yes.
Commendable.
Yes. I think after Lagos, we're seriously competing with the Lagos people. In fact, Lagos people will say, everything good now is Port Harcourt. Everything, yeah. It never used to be that way. We were the ones running to Lagos. Now, I have Lagos vendors looking to me and other Port Harcourt influencers for advertisements, for endorsements, for collaborations. This never happened before. So I think we're doing something right. More and more influencers are growing out of Port Harcourt. And our city is not so big. So we will know ourselves. And it's easy for me to know if your business is legit. Give me your address. I'll check it out. Or I'll send someone to check it out. So we don't get the scammers a lot here when it comes to online businesses. We don't. Because it's very, very easy for me to find out. Port Harcourt is not so big. I know almost everywhere there is to know here. So give me your address. Give me your number. Some people even abroad send me numbers and send me addresses. Say, Ella, help me check this out. I'm about to commit a boatload of money. And I do that. So the scammers are very few and far between.
I love how you take integrity seriously. You will not promote what you are not knowledgeable about, what you don't understand, especially because of your followers. I think that's what a lot of social media influencers have to actually look into, because right now in here we have all this scam going on and on and on. But, you know, I'm grateful that, you know, you are making us stand out in that way.
Yeah, I think it's also because I have a side hustle. So all my money doesn't come from social media. You know, when an influencer bases all of her income on that source, he or she may be forced or pressured by bills and life to take money from people who may not be so on the up and up just to make ends meet. So if you have another side hustle that gives you money, you will be very, very picky about the kind of people you advertise for on social media.
Yeah. Okay. So on your page, now I know that your name is Ella and much more, Ella Chioma. So you promote a lot of Igbo culture.
Oh,
From
yes.
the name Chioma, you are Igbo already.
Premium Anambra girl.
Why do you take that so personal to promote it?
Maybe because I think we are being too woke. We're being too woke. They are woking us out of our culture. Yeah. And I never grew up in the East. I grew up in Jos. So I was always surrounded by strangers from different places. So when I came to school, I came to Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Oka. And I developed a very keen interest in the culture of my people. I wear Ankara a lot. I love Nigerian culture. But now I see that we are losing that touch. People would always not do well with what they don't know. We have a lot of Igbo people in the diaspora. We have them scattered all over, and like me, they were born outside of Igbo land. So I create that content so that you can understand when I say certain things. You can understand when you see an Igbo person do this. When you attend an event, you understand, okay, she said this is what this means. So I think culture is a great tool for integration. You know, I am all for one Nigeria. I'm a Biafran. Biafran in the sense that I am Igbo. Biafra is not, I'm not talking of IPOP. I am talking of the spirit that tells the Igbo person you can survive against all odds. If you fail 1,000 times, guess what?
You can get back
You'll
up.
still get back up on your feet. So when I promote my culture, I want you, the Hausa person, to understand me. I want you, the Yoruba person, to understand me. I would also love to read stories about your culture. I read a lot about Igbo culture. I read about Hausas, the Yorubas, the ancient Greeks. I read about the Roman Empire. I'm interested in culture, in the way we used to live, and how it impacts the way we are now. And I like to imbibe the positive aspect of my culture into my identity. You know, it's very, very easy to lose yourself. It is very easy. So I like my culture to identify me. My name is Chioma. This is what I was called. Anybody that calls me that name, I know You know me from, that's way back. So I love culture. And I think if we individually told our stories, we wouldn't have so much angst between us.
Okay, so being an influencer in Port Harcourt and you having this as one of your career paths, so to speak, a lot of young people are wanting to toe this path, right? They social media. I want to have a lot of followers. I want to have all of this clout. I want to be there. I want to have 100,000 followers and all of that. But my question is this a viable career path that the younger ones should actually look at capitalizing on? Or should they look at it as this is passing, look for something more?
It's not passing. It's not. Internet is here to stay, except a cataclysmic event happens and we're all reset back to zero. But I don't think it's going anywhere. It's a good career path because you can do this from anywhere in the world. And as a woman, maybe when you have babies, you might want to take off time. You don't need to rush out every morning. It's a choice. You can do this from anywhere. You can have a 9-to-5 job and still do this, right? So it is something I would like young people to do, but in a positive. The internet is good and bad at the same time. You want popularity, you want fame. Why? If you're wanting it in order to spread your craziness, negative craziness, then I am not for that. But if you're using it to spread your message, depending on who you are, that's great. Sell the world your value and they'll follow you. You don't need to buy followers. You don't need to go naked in order to get them to. That's what people are doing. It's like there's a race to see how crazy we can be just because you want to be famous and you want to gain followers. No, tell us your worth and we'll follow you.
You have been such an amazing guest, I must say. I cannot even exhaust this discussion. I want to keep going at it back to back, but unfortunately, we work with time. So, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for being my lovely.
Having me. Thank you so much for having me, and I am grateful. I'm grateful.
Please follow her, Veronica's daughter, on all her social media platforms. That will do you so much good. And for us here, I am Natasha Brown, and this is Staff Exclusive. Do well to subscribe, follow, share on all social media platforms at TAFTV_NG. I am Natasha Brown. Bye for now.